Hello and welcome. Today I prepare a couple of tips for Mother Ostankya campaign, Daughters of the Forest, that can help you with the campaign, like prioritizing things and what can you do. It's nothing crazy, but I thought it might be actually, good for helping out those who might struggle at some point. Here we go. When you start a campaign as Mother Ostankya, you have option. You have capacity for Frost Witch, Frost Maiden to be for capacity for either Tempest or Ice. But obviously, in order to do it, to start recruiting, you need technology for it, right? Like Ice Sculpture. However, if you feel a need and you play before Kislev and you saved characters, you can recruit Frost Maiden on turn 1. If you have a need to have Ice or Tempest magic user, you can do it if you ever played previously a campaign and you saved yourself a Frost Maiden hero. I would say she's not really needed unless you have a Boyar army, because, the Hag Witches are amazing, but you can do it. It's possible, and it's up to you if you feel need of it. And that's it. Yeah, it's possible. It's your right to use it or not. Kislev, especially Ostankya. Well, maybe not Kislev entirely. Ostankya have access to Doom stack around, I don't know, turn 5. I mean, around 10 at turn 8, you should have almost a full stack of Akshina ambushers. And Sympathetic Undergrowth, which adds snipe to Akshina ambushers. Sometimes I see them and I have no clue why. Sometimes they get hit by a spell or archers despite keeping the stock. Being far away, it's just dumb. But you have an access to just, oh my god, they are so good, it's unbelievable. You can build stack with Incarnate Elemental of Beasts, but it's more expensive, so just don't bother. I highly suggest just to, just go for Akshina ambushers and just use them. They have snipe and stalk. Imagine the damage they can cause. Especially that Ostankya is giving magic attack to her army. But yeah, these guys works in any other... I mean, to be honest, I don't see reason to play anything but Akshina ambushers as Daughters of the Forest, because it's no... I mean, okay, I'm about to actually just discover finally Kislev, if they are alive. But I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, let's go here. I don't need anything from it. I mean, it's cool to have Warbear, right? But what for? When Akshina ambushers can just do it. Just fuck them. You don't even need to go to Kislev and recruit Kislev unit. You really don't need to. The only thing you might need is the Patriarch, but not really. Yeah, not really. So you can even have the Things of the Wood in the woods stack. I mean, it's not that good to be honest, but you can have it. So those basic Corsairs that you can recruit, they're not bad to recruit some units in an emergency. But honestly, fuck 'em. The funny part is, I'm building myself
Alariel's champion.
outpost in Alariel's, and for some reason I can recruit only basic units. I think it's busted, but Defensive Alliance is busted because you cannot recruit like crazy good units from other army, at least from High Elves. But yeah, Akshina Ambushers are your MVP and they're gonna carry your campaign, so make sure you buff them. Hooked Axe Blade is amazing for them, +4, melee defense, wonderful. There are other things that buff them, but obviously they're fucking terrible. The tree is so bad. Like, one is here, like, yeah, missile resistance. There was more. I swear there was more. Yeah, like this. Oh my god, get this one. Ammunition 15%. It's not saying it's when under siege. There is another one. Range for Kislev units. Reload reduction. So you can make them even more powerful. And whenever you recruit, most likely you're gonna get early access to ancillarities. I never know how to say it. But there is like veteran warrior recruit rank +2. So they are starting like in silver ranks sometimes. And they are amazing. Incarnate Elemental of Beast is something you should recruit for each army, at least one. If you will listen to me and have 2 witches, hag witches per army, one should give you option to give stock to elementals, those beasts, right? And having them will let you launch sieges right away. Only Ostankya can do it. When you go with other lord and have only action ambushers, you're gonna have to wait 1 turn. It's massive problem. So whenever you can, either trade the one elemental from Ostankya to other army, or just build 1 elemental for each army at some point, so you can launch sieges whenever the hell you want. Because it's rough. It's rough if you don't have option. There is one option of recruiting Regiment of Renown, which is Elemental Bear, which is great to have. He's actually shit, but lets you to launch the siege. Look for Defensive Alliance with some sieges, siege attackers or something. Because in early stages, when you have a second lord, I recommend actually trading Elemental to launch sieges and have 2 witches, so the one provided stock. So Elemental, if you fight a field battle or something, he's safe. He won't be shot by enemy archers because, yeah, you just stalk him and hide him and make him like a good ambusher when you need like a solid slapping. You can bring him in like a surprise and cause a lot of mayhem because he have aura, like a Flock of Doom aura, which is Mogor type Mortis engine thingy. So it's good to have per army if you need a melee lord. Plus, obviously, you can put him under the walls and cause mayhem because you kill everything on walls and there will be no problem whatsoever.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Don't piss off High Elves. Honestly, their territory is all orange, so you're gonna have constantly revolts here. And getting them pissed for some, shit reason is not worth it. Entire Ulthuan will come for you, and their settlements are not worth it. So when you get to Arnheim, you'll be able to ally with Tyrannok. And once Tyrannok is discovered, an Illyrian will be pleased to get some relations with you. Get any relations, any treaties you can with High Elves. because this will overall benefits you to getting any others. Like if you start with Illyrian, then
welcome in my
Alariel and Tyrion will most likely be on a good side with you, and it's definitely better to just deal with it and just go north. Same goes for Lustra. It's orange. I mean, there is some greeny thingies, but it's just minor. Don't bother. It's gonna be painful for you, so just move north and leave the allies on other sides of the map. Hag witches. Not gonna lie, hag witches are busted. They're so good and they're so... I mean, they have melee defense 28. But for some damn reason, they're tougher in melee than you think. It's like they have much higher stats because, I don't know. Yeah, these have 28 and all I do. And even Mother Ostankya have 37. And honestly, I fight in a blob. I have Akshina ambushers spread around. And I have these three like raiding around. And at some point I'm getting just pinned down by all the units. And I'm lasting so long, it's amazing, despite having like below 30 melee defense. So Hagwitch must have in at least one army. I mean one in an army. I highly recommend 2. Each of them have a different specific thing. Beast summons things from the wood. Death have have a active ability which is ward save across the range 10%. And Shadow have a debuff. Where are you? Yeah. That reduce missile block chance, missile resistance, and armor. It's okay. It's to be honest, this debuff is the weakest of them all. However, the Shadow is powerful because you have access to Pit of Death, Pit of Shade. Yeah, Pit of Death. Ugh, been looking, and that's one of the better AOE spells. So it's good to have it. Plus, they are really fast. You can ride around and just piss them off. Pretty much what you could do, what you should do is like riding with them, taunting some units, just kiting them, and just set up Akshina ambushers with snipe to shoot whatever chase. Easy. It makes this campaign trivial. It's so easy. I'm actually thinking maybe they should get nerfed a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not the one to judge it, but definitely hag witches. 2 per army makes your life super good. And it's not even hard to get it because you can get in a minor settlement. You need to get the tier 3 one, right? Where you have +1 for hag witches. So it's not that hard to get. And yeah, hag witches, great. Patriarchs, when you unlock the access to patriarchs, I don't know, they have better stats. Yeah, that's the funny part. They have better melee stats and they get fucked easier. So yeah, but the bonuses they bring, if you want to have like an elemental army, bring the heal, whatever. Yeah, but if you have Mother Ostankya army, melee attack +40, great. I think they're not needed. So Hagwitch, amazing. You should try it. Have 2 per army. You're not gonna regret that. Okay, another aspect. Sieges with Ostankya beyond level... Wait. If you do it right, it's on level 12. If you collect points fast enough and don't spend it, so you have access to her, special tree, special skills. You don't need army and sieges. It's oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, it's absurd what she can do. That this situation let me think that there is two separate AIs. One is for sieges, one is for field battles, because in field battle, Dire Spirit Bear is avoided easily by AI. In sieges, it's not. So you can devastate enemy army with just this ability. You don't need send unit inside. You don't need to even bring Akshina ambushers. If you have time, and let's say you watch some Netflix or YouTube, whatever, and you just every 120 seconds, which is 60 seconds, and fast forward, you can just do it and just move on with your life, right? The problem is sometimes I'm on a really bad map for it. Yeah, sometimes you just need to find an angle. And ability blocks itself, okay? Whatever, okay. But yeah, if you find the right angle, which presumably I'm going to. Chaos Trolls. Yeah, did some damage. Around 2k. No problem. Like I said, I'm talking to you now. And I can just... I can do the siege with mostly Ostankya only. She can solo so much of it. The best part is, Dire Spirit Bear can be used when she's in melee. Often. Sometimes she's unable to cast. But I have this group tool, right? I'm using them as my melee army. And we're fighting together as one, those 4 units, while Akshina ambushers are roaming around the map. And what I do when I'm surrounded by mass infantry, I cast Dire Spirit Bear and I decimate everything within the range. Decimate. I just did 5,000 damage. So this ability is truly powerful. It's so absurdly powerful. It has difficulty to cast while in melee, but often you can do it. So yeah, Dire Spirit Bear is absolutely king of sieges. There is no other way, no better way to do this siege as Ostankya. Despite having access to Akshina ambushers, right? Oh, I hit the... yeah. So, yeah. Make sure... I'm always doing it. At level 5, I'm stopping spending points, talent points. So on level 12, I can get right away all the special abilities to use them. Rather than just waiting level by level and just being annoyed, I can do this. And since I got this ability, sieges became so easy. The exception is this map, because I actually messed up a little bit by being here. So we're just gonna rearrange ourselves. Yeah, I'm taking him with me so I can heal him. Because healing is another thing. Oh my god, if you have infinity time and the sieges set it up, you can heal so much. It doesn't resurrect dead targets. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank God, because... that would be so bizarre. Okay. Now, yeah, we're way safer here. Okay, horsemen might be a bad target because they move way faster. Yeah, AI moves way slower in sieges. So Spirit Bear is MVP. I just used this and I just did 17,000 damage. So imagine over time how much I can just do it. Chaos is a little bit tougher because they have more single entities or big entities overall. But if you go for something like Empire or Elves, or you can just do massacre. Okay, Forsaken of Corn. Bye. Yep. Spirit Bear, a king of sieges. And that's a result of this battle. She did that much damage. She killed 899 units. And none of the other units, well, except this guy because he killed Giant when he was running away. But none of the units did any damage. It's whatever is left, if you want to kill it, and it's a siege and obviously they get wiped out, it's spread among other units evenly. So none of my units did any damage. Mother Ostankya, with one ability, did that much damage. Which shows how absurdly powerful it is, how sieges are obsolete, how it's actually boring at some point, but also superior and mega powerful. So once you get the... I mean, okay. Yeah, once you get this and improve it, it's just... sieges are no longer a problem, so keep that in mind. I know it's another obvious point. Build walls. Build walls in main cities. Whenever you claim the province, make sure you have walls. It's gonna let you do now when they improved defenses where you just need to hold one point. Kislev units are really good to defend because they have hold the line or by the... I always forget the name. Really? Oh. Okay. By our blood. So they are unbreakable for 30 seconds. So it makes your towers more defensive and you can hold the point on the point way better and defend it. Plus the blessings and curses makes way better. Well, only that the curses doesn't work apparently on rebellions at the moment. But besides that, buff works excellent and you can get like crazy stuff like snipe, physical resistance, the bear. So every province, because you're gonna run to rebellions all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but you're gonna have problem. Look, despite having a lot of control buildings in each settlement, I'm still struggling. I'm still struggling with public order. It's barely on plus. So you're gonna have rebellions. No matter what you do, you're gonna have. So build defenses. Build walls. I mean, it's actually walls. It's not walls. It's just garrison. Build garrison. It's gonna make your life easier. So you can have like auto-resolvable stuff when it's needed. Trust me. Trust me. Just don't wait. Don't. This wasn't actually bought by me, but walls will, I mean, garrison will make your life super easy. Well, it's not super easy, but at least better. You won't have to be stressed about so much. Now, when AI launches the sieges right away, at least the legendary lords, you might need extra layer of defense. So make sure you just have it, otherwise you just might lose valuable settlements for just simple reason of being cheap and just like I don't need it, I'm gonna be fine or whatever. They're growing fast, but definitely walls in a Nagarund because fuck, everyone hates you. So yeah. When you craft curses and blessings, be mindful of where you're gonna use it, because they are so powerful. You can easily win like this. I wouldn't be able to win against this, right? But if I tweak here and there a few things, I can easily win it. I know I did this fight, I've been winning it, and I was like, okay, let me go back so I can record this section, which is a tip. Craft fully. Whenever you can, use all the, currency to craft good stuff. Don't craft shit, okay? Crafting shit is actually terrible. But craft the good one. This one is very good. Range 15% and snipe and stalk where you don't move. It's really good. This, however, which one is it? Yeah, I have some. This one is wonderful. Right sight gives you physical resistance, range, and you know what? Actually, physical resistance is bonus. Yeah, it gives you range. It's this one. But the visibility range makes it insane against stalking units, against shades where you're gonna fight Ostankya versus shades a lot. And every time I fight Dark Elves with shades in it, I put this and makes it wonderful. But I also craft stuff for situations like this, where I have physical resistance. And I'm gonna give some to these guys, and I'll shred this rebellion with no time. There is also the blessing that when your unit drops below 25%, it explodes. And you get Elemental Bear for 1 minute instead. It's such a powerful tool because you can it's like second line of defense. Also, there is the one which I don't have in this campaign, that when you put on the Lord, whenever he moves, he takes damage. So it's just, oh my god, they're so powerful. So whenever you craft, think not only about Lord and heroes or something. Think about a situation like this where rebellion, which gonna happen because more you expand, there is so much shit in the territory, so much, corruption, and it's just minor settlements cannot handle it. But if you have good blessings, you're gonna win it out. You're just gonna devastate them. So craft as much as possible, but the good ones. And definitely use them. Don't be afraid, oh, it's a shame to use it or something. No. I've been winning such ridiculous fights where it's impossible odds, but thanks to blessings, they were trivial. Keep that in mind and just dominate your enemies. When it comes to technology, talent trees, I highly recommend having Quartermaster in every lord. It's not that I'm making 18,000, right? I have only 3 armies. There is extra one I got because I need it. But each army cost me around 4 grand-ish. So Quartermaster plus Renown and Fear is worth a lot. Lightning Strike and Quartermaster plus Renown of Fear are, in my opinion, must have in a blue line. When it comes to previous one, it's all crap. Ignore recruitment cost, fuck it. Reassuring Presence is better because yeah, you're gonna face some attrition. However, I didn't face much attrition in this campaign. But if you do, you're gonna get way less damage. Unless you want to have control plus something. I don't like it control on lords because when you leave, it's messed up. When you leave, you're gonna just mess it up a little bit. So I know it's a boost for starter, but I'd rather be them tougher in combat than just control. In control, for control, I have buildings and just my skill to fight rebellion, not bother with control lords. And every lord, I'm going for the blue line whenever I can, because it's better to reduce money by. It's 9, yeah, it's around 15%. It's the old Warhammer 2 minus, so minus 15% is great. Plus more iron you're gonna get, the better, because iron if building on max give you 3% less. So reduce upkeep as much as possible to make your life easier, and you'll be able to afford more armies overall. Sister of Twilight
Only when necessary.
military, I mean any kind of pact like treaties. I did campaigns without and with Sisters of Twilight as an ally. They suck as an ally. At the moment, AI is, at least for many factions. Yeah, I know there is a mechanic that one of the factions might dominate, or 2, 3, whatever. But Sister of Twilight in like a couple of campaigns were shit ally. You're gonna get much more by just getting the witchwood for yourself, because you can get extra spirit essences farm, but also just rich settlement. My suggestion: get Sister of Twilight killed, but once you get Akshina ambushers with snipe and Mother Ostankya at some decent level, of course, if you could get some curses that reduce their ammo. Because reducing ammo of Sister of Twilight, yeah. Nehekaran Spine. This one. If you get this one, even this, but this one will make your life easier, because Sister of Twilight rely heavily on shooting, and they destroy infantry. So just, it's not worth to be an ally to them. It's easier to just swipe them off the map than just struggle with their relations, because they suck, okay? They suck. I would kill them in this campaign, but it's too much hassle now. But in my other campaign, like on stream, I killed them, and it was definitely worth it. So fuck him hard. When you reach a point where you have access to Jinx Land, it lets you teleport to different forests, magical forests. I highly recommend build an army. It's level 1 army, right? I highly recommend to go and claim Haunted Forest, because come on, undead have no chance against Akshina ambushers, even without like magic attack or something. They're so powerful. You will be able to claim it, Haunted Forest, in any time. And territory here is pretty okay. You can fight against Kugaf, and having full range army against Kugaf is pretty much out to win. So I highly recommend visiting Haunted Forest above the all. Even, I went for Griffinwood, but I don't need Kislev as an ally, because they're obsolete in my opinion at the moment. Like, their units are meh. So I can go with Akshina ambushers and claim Gorst and Kugaf territory easily, and then move on from this region to another. It's actually suitable climate there as well, so it's good, like mountains with ogres. It's really nice to get it. So it's like a very good point to start expanding outside the Nagarond, because you won't meet many difficulties to claim territory. And that would be it. I know it's not like amazing everything, but I'm trying. So if you like what you saw, please recommend subscribing. That would help me a lot. However, if you have something to say, if you disagree, if you have different ideas, let me know in the comment. I'll add it to another video where we can like have just extra more tips for her overall. Thank you for watching. Till the next time, take care and bye bye.